Blacks may a high number of demographics in terms of playing video games. They are the second largest ethnic group of gamers after Asian Americans. Of course, video games have black characters to represent the demographic, but before we begin about black characters in games, when it comes to such characters in entertainment, I think not only of action characters like Jon Stewart, Blade, and Black Panther, but also characters who look in the best interest of others and have great development such as Benjamin Sisko, Tuvok, Uhura, Jefferson Pierce, Stacker Pentecost, Finn, Grey Worm, Navia, Lucas, James Rhodes, Hawkgirl, Firestorm, Michonne, Ezekiel, Vixen, Yori LaForge, Lando Calrissian, and more. But enough of that now, we have to get on. The 2009 study, The Virtual Census, Representations of Gender, Race, and Age in Video Games, published by the University of Southern California, showed that African Americans appear in video games in proportion to their numbers in the real world, but mainly in sports, games, and in titles that reinforce stereotypes. 39 years ago, the first obviously black video game character appeared in Basketball, programmed by Alan Miller for the Atari 800 home computer. That same year, a black basketball player also appeared in Atari Basketball in the Arcade, which came first as it is, at present uncertain, but the 800 version had a distinguishing characteristic: it was in color. Interestingly, the arcade game only rendered its graphics in black and white, so the Atari 800's black basketball star, let's call him John Q Basketball, broke the color barrier in more ways than one. More black characters were appearing in video games, although most of them were in sports. We also remember Shaquille O'Neal having a video game of his own called Shaq Fu, although criticism was not positive enough. But of course, there are many black characters in video games that, although some of them are secondary characters, they are memorable for helping the main protagonist. A very memorable example is Sergeant Avery Johnson. Sergeant Avery Johnson was a soldier for the UNSC in the Halo universe and fought alongside Master Chief. He was a rough, gruff soldier who was eccentric, often delivering outlandish speeches to boost the morale of those serving under him. However, when it came down to it, he was a no-nonsense NCO who, although caring deeply for his troops, pushed them hard during training. Another seemingly peculiar aspect of his behavior is that he never considered John 117 or any of the other Spartan 2s Section 3 freaks or inhuman cyborgs. He had a large amount of respect for them and appeared to respect every human fighting for humanity as well as the Sangheili once they joined forces with the USNC. In return, Thel 'Vadam respected him as well, before and after his death saying sorrowfully to John, "I am sorry, Spartan, and, even in death, your sergeant guides us all."